Hi everyone, welcome back to Once Upon a Melody, or welcome if you're new. I'm Melody, and today we are going to be discussing the rise of P-pop. Now, of course, this is going to be a very condensed history. I am not going to mention every single artist that has ever been a P-pop artist in all of history, but just the ones that were influential in getting P-pop to where it is today. So if that is something that you're interested in, go ahead and give this video a like, and without any further ado, let's get into it. And I apologize in advance if I pronounce anybody's names wrong or any other words incorrectly. Please know that I am trying my best. As we may or may not know, P-pop stands for Pinoy pop or Philippine pop, which is an abbreviated form of Pinoy popular music or Philippine popular music. P-pop began in the late 70s and has only been growing since then until its most recent explosion. The modern iterations follow more of a K-pop standard. This recent explosion is in part thanks to Gen Z Filipinos and the internet. So first in this video, we'll start out with a kind of an overview of the most recent history for P-pop, and then we'll delve more into each group individually. The early P-pop of the 1970s was mostly in Tagalog, which is the language of Luzon and its neighboring islands, and the basis of the language of the Philippines, Filipino. It is heavily influenced by both Spanish and English, who of course were the two main colonizers of the islands. Filipino and Tagalog are varieties of the same root language. This early music was heavily used for and against political gain, much like music in the 60s and 70s in the US was used during the Vietnam War. This music expanded into many more genres: P-rock, P-folk, P-rap, jazz, and even Pinoy disco in the 80s. The Pinoy disco explosion included groups and artists such as Blue Jeans. In late 1990, the group Smokey Mountain rose to prominence. This group went on the Better World Tour, performing at the United Nations World Summit for Children in New York, and represented the Philippines in the 5th ASEAN Song Festival in Surabaya, Indonesia. In 1991, Filipino composer Ryan Cayabyab wrote The Coconut Nut for the band, which was also a group that he formed and produced for. In 1991, Smokey Mountain became only the second Filipino act after Gary Valenciano to participate on NHK, which is a Japanese broadcasting company's show, after a deal in 2008, which allowed its publication in the choral arrangement in Randy Stenson's Santa Barbara Music Publishing of California. The song became a regular part of many choral arrangements. Then, in 2017, a video of the Baylor University School of Music Men's Choir performed the song before an airline crew and passengers in Emirates Airlines plane cabin. This video went viral, leading to a new appreciation for the song and for Smokey Mountain, as well as Ryan Cayabyab's other works. In 2020, the song was then released as globally popular girl group Bini's pre-debut song. This just goes to show how much P-pop has evolved over the years, especially in the last 30 or so years since the 90s and since Smokey Mountain became big. Jumping back a little bit, in 2010, Little Big Star second runner-up and YouTube star Jake Cyrus became the first Asian artist to peak in the top 10 at number 8 of the Billboard 200 for his debut album. He was also one of the first Asian artists to have a song peak at number 1 for Billboard's dance/club play songs list. K and J-pop have had a huge influence on P-pop in the most current decade. So let's get into the Filipino groups that have been exploding most recently. So the first group is SB19, which is a boy band that was formed in 2018 and consists of the members Pablo, Josh, Stel, Ken, and Justin. SB19 are especially noted for their contributions to the contemporary Pinoy pop scene. And as they are now a self-managed group under 1Z Entertainment, which is a company that they themselves established, the members of SB19 are actively involved in the majority of the creative process, which includes songwriting, choreography, music video direction, and production. For their significant contributions in pioneering P-pop music to the global scene, SB19 has been dubbed the Kings of P-pop by the public in various media. As for the group name, it was derived from the name of their original Korean management company, ShoBT or SB. The number 19 is derived from the country calling codes of South Korea, which is 82, and the Philippines, which is 63. The difference between those those two numbers, which equals 19, as well as the sum of the digits, which also equals 19. It symbolized the collaboration of the two countries in the formation of the group. The members themselves, however, now use the SB initials to stand for sound break, or aka breaking into the music scene. In 2016, ShowBT Philippines, which is a subsidiary of the Korean company ShowBT Group, conducted a talent search for performers with the aim of localizing K-pop in other Asian countries. We've seen this same strategy be played out by JYP Entertainment and other companies when creating groups in different countries besides South Korea. The candidates for the group went through a difficult South Korean-inspired training camp, including physical training and personality development. Trainees were cut until the final 7 members were chosen. The training continued, and of the 7 members, Stell remained with ShowBT, 3 quit, and Pablo, Josh, and Justin left but changed their minds later. Ken, a previous candidate, also joined the group. These 5 became the current members of SB19. On October 26, 2018, SB19 debuted with their song Tilaluha, a sentimental ballad. It was later followed up by their fast-paced second single, Go Up, which was released on July 19, 2019. Because of the fact that they received little attention following their debut, the members began to grow disheartened. They were on the verge of deciding to disband, but several months later, after the song was released, their dance practice video went viral on Twitter and Facebook, and SB19 was able to secure spots on Philippine television and radio. This opportunity led them to use social media as a strategy to gain recognition and start planning a tour. On November 20th, 2019, SB19 became the first Filipino act to appear on the Billboard Next Big Sound chart, and they also became the first Filipino act to enter the Billboard Social 50, debuting at number 28 on the week of December 28, 2019. Jeff Benjamin of Billboard noted that a growing international fan base had aided their appearance in the chart. He added that more artists will continue to look east for inspiration and for a larger audience. When the group went on a nationwide concert tour in 2019 and ticket sales were opened, they quickly sold out in about 3 minutes for their Cuneta Astrodome appearance in Pasay. They were able to perform in 3 other cities. However, the planned concerts to be held in other major cities in the Philippines were postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In December of 2019, Sony Music Philippines signed a recording contract with the group, and on the same day, the group released their 3rd single album, Allah Burning, under the new record label. On March 9th, 2020, SB19 was added to the roster of artists of Spotify's Radar program, which supports new artists through marketing campaigns. This was probably due through their homegrown success of going viral. The group then released their debut album, Get in the Zone, featuring 9 tracks, including 3 singles and 2 unreleased tracks, on July 31st, 2020. 2 weeks after the release of the album, SB19 achieved its highest position on Social 50 at number 2 on the week of August 15th. A week later, the group peaked at number 5 on the Emerging Artists chart. On November 21st, they held their first ever online concert, streamed live via the platform Global Live. It was later rebroadcast on November 28th as a fundraiser event for the communities affected by recent typhoons. On December 3rd, SB19 appeared at number 6 on the Billboard year-end Social 50 chart, making them the first Southeast Asian act to reach the top 10 of the magazine's annual chart. In 2021, the group released What as their first single off their upcoming EP, initially planned to be released in June of 2021. On April 24th of that year, their first ever fashion collection in collaboration with China Mamawal was released and featured 2 limited premium sets, shirts and dresses, all inspired by the single. On April 29th, 2021, SB19 became the first Filipino and Southeast Asian act to be nominated in Billboard Music Awards for Top Social Artist, along with BTS, Blackpink, and 17. Of course, BTS won this award, but it marked the group's first ever appearance in the Billboard Music Awards and the first ever appearance of a Filipino artist there. Their second pre-release single, Mapa, was released on May 16th of 2021 as a tribute to their parents. They also released a band version of the song in collaboration with Ben and Ben on June 27th. Their first EP, Pagzabal, was then released on July 22nd of that year. On August 1st, the group held their first concert of the year, titled Back in the Zone, and streamed online on KTX and became the top-selling concert on the platform. SB19 also performed in the Forte, a pop orchestra concert, on October 17th with the SSC Chamber Choir, Batig Chamber Orchestra, and Fourth Impact for the benefit of Senor Baptista Batig Music Foundation scholars. In October, SB19 was nominated as Best Southeast Asian Act at the 2021 MTV Europe Music Awards. On November 4th, Bazinga entered the newly launched Billboard Hot Trending trending songs at number 14 for the 24-hour and number 20 on the weekly. SB19 is the first Filipino artist to debut a track on that chart. In the week of December 11th, Bazinga reached number 1 on the hot trending songs. It later became the song with the most weeks at number 1 on the chart, surpassing the 6-week run of BTS's Butter. On January 9th of 2022, the group performed their first international music festival representing the Philippines at the 2021 ASEAN Korea Round Festival, with the goal of sharing cultures within the ASEAN region. On April 10th, SB19 headlined the first ever ppop convention, or ppopcon, at Araneta City. On April 23rd, SB19 held their first paid live solo concert at the Araneta Coliseum. On June 28th, the group landed a spot on the Twitter Philippines hashtag World Music Day 2022 list. The group was able to snag the top spot in the top music-related handles in the Philippines and the top hashtags around the world in the Philippines list on Twitter from May 31st to June 1st. On July 5th, Ken performed his newest solo single, Bulan, at the Recording Academy Grammys online series Global Spin, which celebrates global music, international artists, and the world's sounds. He is the first Filipino act to be featured in the online series. On July 31st, SB19 opened the Bini Pilipinas 2022 Coronation Night with the pageant's theme song, Win Your Heart. The theme song was originally written by Dero Nonong Padera in 1999. It was last given a new sound by ballad king Martin Nievera in 2013 for Bini Pilipinas' 50th year celebration. Being the first P-pop group to give the most significant change, they added rap lines in SB19's signature style. It gives a new interpretation of the song and brings the song firmly into the realm of P-pop. On August 1st of 2022, SB19 teased their new album, Where You At, by sharing an image of their logos with static interferences and glitches. For the first week of August, SB19 had been teasing its comeback. And then on August 12th, they released their single from the comeback titled WYAT, or Where You At, which is a disco pop song. The group released on their social medias a series of cryptic riddles and videos that led fans to speculate about an upcoming world tour. As a result, the hashtag WhereIsSB19 had been trending on Twitter worldwide daily. They then released their final video for their teasing series, announcing that the single and tour would be launching in September. On August 31st, SB19 was among the Preview's 50 most influential for 2022, an annual selection by Summit Media's Preview magazine, which honors individuals and groups that have made the biggest impacts in different fields across the realms of fashion, beauty, and art. The people honored in the list have also maximized their digital platforms to champion the innate diversity of the Filipino identity. On September 23rd, the group was on the list of the 100 most powerful people in the Philippines, released by Esquire magazine. The 100 people named were a selection of people from different industries of private and public organizations who embodied soft power, authority, control, and influence without the use of violence. On October 10th, JCI Batangas awarded SB19 as the 2020 Outstanding Filipino Game Changer on the third Gawad Bali song. This award recognizes the diverse lineup of individuals who made a notable influence on the members of the local organization and the community in the Philippines. On November 4th, the group made their first live guesting on a U.S. TV show on Fox 5's morning show Good Day New York. The group performed their single WYAT. On November 17th, the group returned to Billboard's Hot Trending Songs with their new track Where You At, which debuted at number 17 and eventually went up to number 4 on the list. Where You At is the second SB19 song to place in the same Billboard list following Bazinga, which set the record for most weeks at number 1 in the Hot Trending Songs chart. On April 30th of 2023, the group released the trailer for their upcoming EP Tag to Tag, starring themselves and featuring Filipino actor Pepe Herrera. On May 19th, the group then released Ginto, the first single of the album. The song's title was taken from the Filipino words ganito, like this, and ginto, which means gold, as well as ginto, the Sabateño word for ganito, while the song showcases the group's growth and change after years of refinement, just like gold, as well as everyday acts leading to transformational change. On June 3rd, the group debuted on the Billboard World Single Song Sales chart with the song entering at number 8, granting the group their inaugural top 10 placement. The album was fully released on June 9th, and along with this release, the group announced that they had left their management company, Show BT, with this album being their first release under their own label, 1Z Entertainment. In conjunction with this, they also held a media conference in which they announced their world tour, which would have multiple stops in various cities across the Philippines, the United States, and Canada. SB19 started the tour in Manila with back-to-back shows on June 24th through the 25th, continuing through through July and August of that same year. On October 13th, SB19's song Ginto was officially approved as an entry to the 66th Annual Grammy Awards. Derek Lauren, the creator of Bini, credited SB19 for pioneering the Korean-inspired wave of ppop, saying, "Thanks to SB19 for trailblazing and paving the way for any aspiring Pinoy group." In 2021, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts appointed SB19 as its newest youth and Centro Rizal ambassadors representing Filipino culture and stories worldwide. In July of 2022, Teen Vogue listed the group as one of their favorite boy bands of all time. They are the only Filipino act on the list. In the same month, SB19 finished second on Billboard Fan Army Face-Off Championship round against Stay, the fandom of course, Stray Kids. In October 2022, SB19 received an international Chat-Bursting Award at the 13th PMPC Star Awards for music by the Philippine Movie and Press Club. And then in 2023, SB19 finished as the winner again of Billboard's Fan Army Face-Off Championship, this time against K-pop boy band group 17. The group has also been heavily involved in philanthropy. Following the eruption of the Taal volcano on January 12th of 2020, SB19 launched a relief operation to help the eruption victims. On the 5th Wish 107.5 Music Awards, the group won and donated 200,000 Filipino to their chosen beneficiary, Autism Society of Philippines. In October of 2024, the group announced that they would hold a donation drive on the 26th and 27th in collaboration with their fans to support relief efforts for the victims of Tropical Storm Christine, and the group continues to be influential to this day. Next up, let's talk about a smaller girl group called G22. G22 is a Filipino girl group formed in 2022 by Cornerstone Entertainment. Tagged as P-pop's female alphas, the group is composed of 3 members, AJ, Althea, and Jazz. In February of 2022, Cornerstone Entertainment launched a Pinoy pop girl group originally composed of 4 members, AJ Yape, Althea Zulueta, Bianca Foro, and Jazz Henry. The group name G22, which was derived from Glock 22, the name of a semi-automatic pistol, which connected the group with their debut single, Bang. In April of 2022, the group made their first live performance at the inaugural P-Pop Con at Araneta Coliseum as an opening act performer. In December of 2022, the group released the single Taken Over as an official theme song of Mutia ng Pilipinas 2022. In September of 2023, Cornerstone announced that Bianca would leave the group due to personal and family reasons. Also in that same month, G22 released a rendition of musical artist Dionella's Musica as a trio after the departure of Bianca. In November of 2023, the group released a single, Loca, as an official theme song of a horror film, Shake, Rattle, and Roll Extreme. In April of 2024, the group guested on the Chinese reality show Show It All, which is hosted by Lei Zhang of EXO. They showcased performances of their songs Babalik and Boomerang alongside fellow P-pop girl group Bini. Since debuting, G22 has participated in their own reality shows as well as charming esports fans in Malaysia. Next up, we have the group BGYO. The boy group BGYO was formed under the same Star Hunt program with the same producer, Derek Lauren. Their name, BGYO, stands for Becoming the Change, Going Further, You and I, originally Filipino. Derek Lauren said he wanted the name to be global but also have a local meaning and to connote strength and power. BGYO consists of 5 members, Jello, Akira, JL, Mickey, and Nate. Much like many 4th and 5th gen K-pop groups, they don't have set positions in the group like main vocals, visual, etc., but they do have positions that they are more comfortable in. However, they do have a set leader who is Jello. Their fans are called Aces, and they debuted in 2021 with their single, The Light. Their second single, He's Into Her, was also the theme song for the P-drama of the same name. The group earned their first award, the 2021 Asian Academy Creative Awards, for Best Theme Song for this song. In February of 2022, their joint concert with Bini, One Dream, the Bini and BGYO concert version 2022, was rebroadcast, and on June 6th of that year, they were recognized as the Best International Artists on the Korean star voting web app donghae.com for 7 consecutive weeks and hailed as the best idol for the month of June, which gave them the opportunity to appear on several digital billboards in Seoul, South Korea. They also released their sophomore album, Be Us, and went on a mall tour, Best Time, with BGYO Mall Tour in the later half of that summer. This album entered the iTunes Philippines Top 100 Albums chart for 12 consecutive days, making it the longest top charting album by a Filipino act on the platform, and they were named in the Grammys The Many Sounds of Asian Pop listicle in 2023. Also in that same year, they released a web series titled Bini and BGYO USA Adventures, in partnership with, of course, Bini. However, the next year would not be as successful. In the spring of 2024, BGYO appeared alongside Bini in a birthday live stream for BGYO member Jello. This caused an uproar on Twitter, mainly because of BGYO's alleged cheating and abuse scandal. The members of BGYO have taken legal action against netizens, including an ABS-CBN correspondent, for cyber libel and unjust vexation complaints against people spreading false information to attack their group. Bini's fans, Blooms, were upset at their appearance in the live stream because of how it might affect Bini's image. These allegations stemmed from an unknown person or persons that alleged that BGYO member Jello was cheating on them. No proof of any relationship with this person or of any cheating has since been uncovered. Along with these allegations, rumors of SA committed by BGYO members were also abundant. In response to the lawsuit, Rochelle Galang, a respondent to the complaint, apologized for the slanderous content she uploaded to TikTok in April of 2024. In their statement after the lawsuit, Jello responded, "We hope that we can inspire other youths who are victims of cyberbullying and malicious disinformation to recognize their self-worth, realize that they have proper avenues to fight back, and to have the courage to stand up for themselves." Despite this, in September of 2024, the group released their third single, Trash, which has been compared to Bruno Mars and brought BGYO to a larger American audience. Many fans have compared the lyrics to them taking all the negativity from that year and throwing it away like trash. A lot of aces have seen this as a fresh start for the group. Now we get to arguably the most popular P-pop group at the moment, Bini. Bini was formed through the Star Hunt Academy in 2018, where its members were selected from a pool of auditionees who underwent intensive training from 2019 to 2020. In 2020, the group released a pre-debut single, the remake of the famous Filipino song Da Coconut Nut, originally released by Smokey Mountain. After its release, the group did not rocket to stardom as they thought they would, and continued to struggle during the pandemic years, much like the rest of us. In June of 2021, Bini officially debuted with the song Born to Win, and in October the song hit #1 on iTunes. This song introduced a more girl power concept as opposed to their previous cute look with Da Coconut Nut. After collaborating with Coke Studios and a fan for the release of their song Love Yourself in the summer of 2022, the group released their second album, Feel Good, with the title track of the same name that fall. This album returned them to their bubblegum pop roots, but with a twist. The song Strings on the album showed off the group's duality and ability to do a darker concept. After another year, the group released their third album, Talarawan or Diary, with the songs Carrera and Pantropico becoming their first global hits. Carrera became a popular theme song for graduation ceremonies, while Pantropico became the breakout online hit with over 100 million users participating in the song's TikTok challenge. In March of 2024, the group's latest album, Solomon Solomon, was released with the title track of the same name. This single song, along with Pantropico, topped the Billboard Philippines charts. With their growing global popularity, Bini then released their first fully English single, Cherry on Top, in July of 2024. The song topped at #4 on the Philippines Hot 100 weekly charts. Following their success, Bini went on a countrywide stadium tour and released a documentary surrounding their rise to fame, which I did do a review of, so you can watch that in the link above or down in the description below. The group will also be embarking on their first ever world tour this year, as well as releasing a new single. Next, we have the group Horizon. Horizon was formed through a competition show that was a result of ABS-CBN, the same company that eventually signed Bini, MLD Entertainment, the former managers of K-pop group Momoland, and the entertainment company Camp Global, because they all wanted to form a boy group together. On July 24th of 2023, the resulting show Dream Maker aired with 62 contestants and eventually formed the group of 7 members. They are the first all-Filipino boy band act to debut in South Korea and have been active there and in the Philippines since their formation. The group debuted with their first studio album, Friendship, which was released on the day that Dream Maker ended. They released their single album Day Tour the following year along with the single Lucky. In the run-up to their debut, the group released 3 pre-debut singles, Dash, Salamat, and Lovey Dovey, and a reality show called 100 Days Miracle, which documented their debut preparations. Later in 2023, the group appeared along with SB19 and Ben Ben at the 8th Asia Artist Awards, becoming the first Filipino acts to do so. Among their other accolades, Horizon is also a brand ambassador for audio equipment manufacturer JBL. And lastly, we have the group New Id. I went over New Id a little bit in my New Year New Goo video, but I'll recap that a bit here and expand more on their career thus far. New Id was formed in 2023 by MLD Entertainment, the same company that also manages Horizon. The group consists of 5 members: Wilson, Mackie, Thad, Jom, and Elle. All the members competed on the show Dreammaker, which also made the group Horizon. While in training, the members were featured in duets with their seniors and former competitors Horizon on their album Friendship. During Horizon's Voyage to Manila tour, New Id was officially introduced and performed their song ER, which is a cover of DMTN's 2012 song. This song was then released in full as New Id's pre-debut promotional single in September of 2023. The group officially debuted on July 25th, 2024 with their single Ghost. Jom said in an interview with Jonathan Hickap from the Manila Bulletin News website, which I'll link below, they were super relieved to debut as they had been practicing up to 12 hours each day. Mackie followed this up with saying he was so happy the day finally came, that we made our debut, that we're introduced to the public, and what we and the fans had been waiting for finally came. Jom also explained that their song Ghost has a double meaning. Not only does it speak about how it can feel to be in a one-sided relationship, but that they also don't want potential fans to see right through them. We want them to see our worth as an artist and our potential to be big someday in the future, he said. Since their debut, New Id have released a new song, The Day We Meet Again, and they have also embarked on a mall tour and guested on many idol shows. While they are looking forward to releasing more singles and hopefully a full album someday, they are not currently looking to break into the South Korea market, which is a divergence from some of their predecessors. They are wanting to make it big in their home country first, and are currently focusing on their fans there. So where does all this lead for P-pop in the future? Well, we can already see with groups such as Bini gaining popularity in the US and charting on US charts. In June of 2024, Bini became the first Filipino artist to chart on Spotify's global top artist chart at number 193. That the P-pop industry has no idea of slowing down anytime soon. I can only predict here, but I think with the popularity of K-pop, people, especially in the West, are opening up to more music groups from other countries. This is amazing not only for the monetary opportunities they offer to the groups and idols, but the opportunity to also share their cultures with the world. So what do you all think of P-pop? Are you from the Philippines? Are you proud of the groups that have made it big so far? I personally love to see more diversity in the music industry, and I love learning about new cultures, so it makes me very happy to see these groups succeed. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What you thought of this video, give it a like if you liked it. I am going to be releasing more parts to my K-pop history series, which if you've missed any of that, I'll link that down below for you to watch as well. Again, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, share it around, and thanks again for being here and for watching. As always, don't forget to drink some water, take your medicine, and eat something today if you haven't done those 3 things yet, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!